Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. For thousands of years, the ancient Egyptians believed the universe itself was governed by a single invisible force. Not a god of war, not a god of storms, but a principle. A law that held reality together. They called it Mat. And according to their belief, every human soul would eventually stand before it. In the ancient Egyptian worldview, the universe was not random. It was structured, balanced, held together by an invisible architecture of order. This order had a name, Mat. She was often depicted as a goddess wearing a single ostrich feather. But Mat was never just a deity. She represented something far more profound: truth, justice, harmony, balance, the natural law that prevented existence itself from collapsing into chaos. Without Mat, nothing could exist. Not society, not morality, not even the movement of the stars. To the Egyptians, Mat was the operating system of reality. Each night, the sun god Ra traveled through the underworld. But this journey was not peaceful. Every night he faced a cosmic enemy, the serpent of chaos, Apophis. Apophis represented the complete destruction of order, a universe without structure, without truth, without balance. And if Apophis ever succeeded in devouring the sun, Mat would collapse. The cosmos itself would unravel. So each dawn was not just a sunrise. It was proof that order had survived another night, that Mat still held the universe together. But Mat did not only govern the universe, she governed the human soul. According to Egyptian belief, every person would one day stand in the Hall of Judgment. There, the god Anubis would place the human heart upon a scale. On the other side of the scale rested the feather of Mat. The heart represented everything a person had done in life. Every lie, every act of cruelty, every injustice. If the heart was heavier than the feather, it meant the soul had lived in chaos rather than balance. And in that moment, the soul would face its final fate. A creature known as Ammit would devour it. Not punishment, not torment, simply erasure. The soul would cease to exist. Mat was so important that Egyptian kings claimed their entire purpose was to maintain it. The pharaoh was not simply a ruler. He was the guardian of cosmic balance. War could only be fought in defense of Mat. Justice could only be delivered through Mat. Even the laws of the kingdom were said to flow from it. Because if Mat failed, civilization itself would collapse into chaos. The Egyptians believed something remarkable: that the stability of the universe depended on human behavior, truth, justice, balance. These were not moral suggestions, they were cosmic necessities. Thousands of years have passed since the temples of Egypt fell silent, but the symbol of the scale still exists. Justice is still depicted as balance, truth is still described as weight, and chaos is still what societies fear most. Perhaps the Egyptians were not describing a goddess at all. Perhaps they were describing something deeper, a universal principle, a pattern embedded within reality itself, a reminder that every action adds weight to the scale. And somewhere, the feather is still waiting. The ancient Egyptians believed the universe survived because balance was maintained, because truth mattered, because order resisted chaos. And in the end, every heart would be measured. This has been a hidden archive. The investigation continues.